Hey guys, it's Jynnette with Inner Sun Alchemy, here today to give you your September tarot forecast for the sign of Sagittarius. If you are a rising sun or moon sign Sagittarius, this video is for you. Be sure though to watch your other rising or moon or what have you so that you get the full overview of what's going to be happening for you in the month of September. Also, please do subscribe to the channel, like and share the video. And you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram at Inner Sun Alchemy. And I do daily tarot card pulls so you can receive additional guidance day to day, because there's a lot that happens within the month. And I'm sure that you'd like to have more than just a monthly video, right? And then also, what else? Oh, if you would like to book a session with me, you can do so at my website below, innersunalchemy.com. I don't do short readings anymore because I found that to best serve my clients, I need to basically give readings at the level that I give them, which are pretty comprehensive. So my readings are an hour and 15 minutes. And we can go over anything from just your personal life to looking at business, relationships, all of it really. So if you want to start getting a heads up for what's coming up for you the rest of this year, or maybe even looking into 2018, definitely reach out. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with your reading, okay? Now, in the overall position, you have the Queen of Swords. So this tells me that you are really sitting in a position of power with really clear and firm boundaries. And I'm really getting the sense of like, people need to know not to mess with you because you're not the one this month. So I don't know what's been going on. At least what I can remember from the previous months of the tarot reads, there has been some tough things happening at home or in your relationships with others. So maybe that's why you're kind of in this queen energy, because she's someone who has been to war, has been to battle, and she's still open and vulnerable and loving. However, she does still hold her sword and makes it clear that, she's not one to be messed with. So, whether you're a man or a woman, this is definitely the energy you're sitting in. Now, in your first house, which is the house related to your sense of self and how you show up in the world, you actually have the Justice card, which is a major arcana. So this is telling me that you are really sitting in a really balanced place. You feel, justified in being who you are. You have finally learned, I think at this point, how much you can give and how much you can't. You've really been able to assess, who's been taking too much from you, where you haven't been feeling respected. Like all of those scales in your life are really being balanced out. So if you don't already start the month off with that energy, definitely by the end of the month you will be feeling in that place. Now in your fourth house, which is the house related to your home, your sense of security and your emotional well-being, you have the Page of Wands. And this is a really creative energy, and I see the pages actually as call to actions. This Wands energy is creative. It is passionate. So this may mean that, you are being asked to revitalize yourself, revitalize your passion for living, revitalize your home possibly. Like maybe you have kind of been neglecting that recently. That definitely needs to shift. There's definitely a call for this, but it is a positive card, and it does speak to energy changing in that field for you. And if this is, your sense of security, there is a new beginning starting. Now, in your seventh house, which is the house having to deal with relationships, you have the Devil card. And the Devil card is also a major arcana. So you have two major arcana so far this month. And the Justice card and Devil card are sitting opposite each other. And this is in your house of relationships. So this is romantic relationships, family relationships, co-workers, friends, all types of relationships. So the Devil here represents, where you feel bound to people, whether in a positive sense or negative, because it really can go either way. The Devil does speak to contracts and stability. So, if you are looking for you know, things to go to the next level in terms of like a marriage, that's actually a good energy to have because it speaks to the binding of two souls. But if this is, you know, something that's codependent, if it's problems at home, you know, this is not the best energy. This may be showing areas where there are emotional triggers for you that need to be dealt with. So, you know, don't run from them, face them, because this is actually an opportunity. As a major arcana, this is showing you the place where you need to heal if it is, you know, in that context of being a negative influence. However, if it is a positive take on it, so like I said, if it's a marriage or if it's entering into a business contract with someone new, this actually does speak to the strength of that contract, okay? Now, in your 10th house, you have the 8 of Pentacles, actually. So this is a good card to have here because it's balanced and stable. It's not, you know, expansive and flashy. The 8 of Pentacles speaks to just staying on your grind. You know, it's not the flashiest of cards. It's not fun. It just means that you are actually pretty close to finishing a particular cycle. It is definitely fruitful because you're only 2 pentacles away from having a 10, which is essentially having the material life that you want to have, the material abundance you want to have. So, you know, continue with that. If you are starting some kind of new journey in terms of your security, then, you know, you're going to be good if you just, you know, keep your head down and keep working. And then in the center of your reading, which is in the position of, you know, your soul's goals and desires and creative expression this month, you have the Page of Swords. So this for me is speaking to you really coming to life with new ideas and new inspiration, tapping back into that lightness of being that really is pretty characteristic of you. But since this is showing up, this tells me that possibly, I don't know what's my lip. Since this is showing up, this is saying that possibly you have not been living in that space recently, especially if you're coming in with that Queen of Swords, because what I was picking up is that you had kind of come out of some battle the last month or two. So, you know, this is definitely a fresh start to tap back into the innocence and the rejuvenation of your inner child, of your lightness of being moving forward so that you don't allow yourself to be weighed down. Overall, it looks like a really strong month. You do seem to be on really solid footing. Just, you know, watch the relationship sector for issues that may show up. But beyond that, everything looks really strong. I mean, you seem to be pretty strong financially, in your sense of self, in your sense of fulfillment. So, you know, good on you, and I'm excited to see actually what new things you're starting. So we'll see what shows up in the month of October. Again, if you would like to book a private reading with me, please do reach out at my website below, innersunalchemy.com, and I would be honored and privileged to help you. Have a wonderful month, and I will see you soon. Okay? Bye.